Okay, part two. Basically just brought in a couple of tables, a couple more tables. Doesn't seem like I've played with these guys much. So we do flop. Well, pretty bad flop. With a limper ahead as well. So we'll just check this one, and we get a check back. Another diamond hits. So I think it's pretty safe to say we're not going to bet. We may even have the best hand here if he has something like. Yeah, no, he's hit his three. So yeah, just getting back into it. Last session ran for about 17 minutes. It was pretty good considering. Usually don't complete those, as I've said in part one. Mainly because it's just a waste of money. Yeah, sure you might flop a straight or trips or two pair every now and then, but in comparison to how much you actually waste and lose on the hands that get counterfeited or beat on the turn of river, isn't worth it. We've got someone that's insta-shoved after the flop that limped on looks, so something different. Just waiting for big blind over on the left side here. But yeah, well, we've got a bet happy person who at the moment seems to be pushing his chips in a lot. We just might be able to catch him out with a good hand, hopefully. Pretty easy fold here. We've got bottom pair with a massive drawing board with everyone else in that looks to be all folding, but it's never safe to call there or raise at these limits. 7-8 min raise. Obviously cannot complete there. I'll just see if he actually min raised that last hand that he won. No, he linked. So we'll just see here. He's put out a large bet, and he's been min raised. And we've got two shoves. So a set versus top pair. And over here we've got two all-ins with ace queen. As you can see, they like to bet a lot. They like to gamble a lot. And yeah, I guess his comment sums it all up. Yeah, I usually like to raise here. As I've said, excuse me, with pocket pair, generally like to just bump it up, just to start to get the pot happening, get a bit of pot action going, and to build the pot up. So yeah, not a good flop. Someone's first to act, puts out a bet. Generally we can't continue here, although it's likely this guy will probably fold as well. Yeah, it generally represents a draw or a very weak ace. So we just throw that away, and we give him benefit. With hands like jacks in the big blind, we're generally doing the same, just raising it up. We've got a shove. Oh, this is tough. Generally this bloke seems to be gambling a lot. At worst, I'm probably dominated, but I mean it's hard to fold here with the actions he's been doing the last 5 hands. So yeah, we're just ahead. And we flop top set. So we take that down so we can just make a quick note. Yeah, we just make a note. Obviously, he's looking to gamble massively. Pre-flop with hands like ace king, jacks, 9 7s, even 8 10 suited. I'd assume he'd push in on. And obviously that brings us over $2 already. So we'll be sitting out when the blinds reach us. Ace jack. I'm predicting a shove here. So I have to raise though. I'm on the button. I mean, he may not shove, but yeah. So we get a pretty bad flop for our hand. This guy generally bets out. Not 2/3 basically. We can see that he's playing. Let's say king. What I might do is just flat call, and just see if he checks here, because that means that we're in better shape than we thought. I mean, we picked up the nut flush draw here, but yeah, so he checks here. Now, a lot of the time I'd like to check behind, but given the fact that I think he's got a weak king, it might be possible to get him to fold here. Generally never is, but yeah, so you can see that there are players like these that, well, how do I put it? They like to call your raise. They see you raising a lot and C betting a lot. C betting, continuation betting, obviously. And then they like to basically be out of position and act first and bet into you. So if you've missed, generally you'll fold. But I think the point that I'm trying to put across is, if you can pick the players, if you can spot them, like I did just there, it's sort of, I guess it's the next sort of level of, you don't usually use this strategy in 1 and 2 cent, but you've got to pick your spots, and if he doesn't have a king, a lot of the time he won't. Jack 10 is just a standard raise here, and I'll be changing tables there, and we get a caller over here. So once again we flop pretty badly. Okay. So we'll bet at him, almost pot size bet. If he calls, so be it. But obviously a lot of the time with our raising, we'll take the pot down. I have aces. Once again, he calls. It's sort of a good image for us. We're raising a few hands. And it would be hard for him to, lay down ace 9 here, or hands like jack 9 and stuff like that. So I'm never going to slow play aces, not at this level. And we get him to fold again. And we dealt another good hand. This is where I think it's pretty profitable to get some good hands in a row. Sometimes you just get no respect at all.